Okay, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone, who do well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect and you, and your brothers pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election sure. Hey, shalom, shalom. And this is just going to be going into, how the end is going to play out, right, with ICBM nuclear missiles, and going into a couple precepts proving that ICBM missiles, what was foretold from the prophets of how the end was going to be played out. This is 2 Peter 3, and I'm going to just get straight to the point, verse 6. And as you see, they even titled 2 Peter 3 and 3, all the way down to 9, the coming day of the Lord, right? 2 Peter 3, and let's get straight to the point, verse 6. Whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Right, so the end is going to come by fire. All right, at first it was water, right? The Lord flooded it, and this one's going to be with fire. But how is that fire going to come about? So let's get one more precept, Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right, so let's get Psalms 11 and 6, and let's go into this word showing you that ICBM missiles is what they were talking about, right? Psalms 11 and 6. I'm sorry, actually at verse 4. The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The Lord tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, his countenance doth both uphold the upright. Let's get this word, snares. He reigneth what? Snares. Plate of metal, right there. Plate of metal, right? As you see, when, right there, from a metallic sheet as pounded thin, also a spring net, right? A plate, a snare. You see the plate of metal. And what's that plate of metal going to be? The ICBM nuclear missile. All right. And the reason, it's not a trap, these other definitions, because what? It's talking about fire and brimstone and horrible tempest. So these snares are going to have to cause that. And, the ICBM missiles and really nuclear missiles to begin with, when they hit, that's a horrible tempest, man. That high heat and the way it pushes everything out, right? And let's get Revelations, because this is how it's going to go out. 18 and 8. This is how the Most High is going to clean this place, so to say. Revelations 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And this is not talking about moving out of state. This is talking about coming out of Babylon the Great spiritually, right? Not living under the ways of, the course of this world, but righteousness, right? The law, statutes, and commandments, to the best of our ability, of course. Verse 6, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. And it's not talking about an actual woman. It's talking about Babylon the Great. Verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, right? Babylon and you Babylonians, man, all the benefits that you have, reaped from, Esau, Edom's rulership, right? And really was all, gotten by, iniquity, sin. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I say a queen am no widow and shall see no sorrow. Right? You Babylonians think that just because America has never been, touched, where everybody, seems to be scared to even, fight with America. Well, you guys have another thing coming, man, because it's biblical prophecy that, the 10 horns, which would be NATO and the EU, they're going to turn their back against America, and, they're going to burn her, which we'll get. That's in the chapter before. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her. Perfect. Revelation 17 and 16. Let's get it real quick. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, he shall hate the whore. And what happened? Trump said that he wants to get out of NATO. Well, the NATO wants to get away from you as well, too, man. But it's all going to be through biblical prophecy, furthermore. And in spiritual, man, you read this, and this was, laid out thousands of years ago, bro, and it's happening now. You just got them talking about, yeah, we're going to leave NATO. Jake in the world just sees them say that. It's like, all right, whatever, they're just leaving NATO. Us, we're like, damn, Revelation 17, 16 is coming to pass right before our eyes. What the fuck? Right? I'm more amazed. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, he shall hate the whore, talking about America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. You see, this is not talking, there's no such thing as a place under heaven where you're going to be burned, and tormented forever, for eternity. No, it doesn't exist. Verse 17, for the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give the kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of the Most High be fulfilled. Right? Let's get one more precept. I want to go here. KJV, second Ezra. We'll close off here as well. Wanted to make it pretty quick, just showing you a couple precepts. Second Ezra 16. Perfect. Second Ezra 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when they have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. Whoa. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? Who shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Or he shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea riseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. When the Lord returns, man, this is going to be his final plague. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so shall the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Right? And it said, what? Till the foundations of the earth be consumed. Let's go back to 2 Peter 3. Remember, this is the coming day of the Lord. There it is. 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. right? Let's go down to verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, right? We need this place to go out with fire. Oh, I missed the main verse, bro. Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness? Bang. Right? But what we're hastening into the coming of the day of the Lord, so that what the Lord can clean this place up and set up a new kingdom under righteousness. We're starting with 144,000. And this one, I wanted to go real quick with this one. I wanted to get a couple precepts just showing, brothers. Showing brothers, the ICBM missiles, being laid out in the scriptures and, being kind of, evident on how the end's going to come about. And really also, hell, man, that hell doctrine. And that's this fire that's talking about is going to be from the ICBM missiles. And then from there, we get the kingdom and we get the heathen for our inheritance. And how could that happen if the Lord is going to send everybody to hell, right? But you can also get, Jeremiah 50 and 23, or Salakia 50 and 25, going more into, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and then Isaiah 54 and 16, going into, the actual creation of the ICBM missile, man. So with that,